to my channel, Live to Inspire. This is Mimi coming to you with another video. Today's video will be with our oldest son, Marcus. Say hi to the camera.
Hi to the camera.
This is Marcus. He's 20 years old. He is my husband and I's oldest son. And y'all pray for me. Let us pause and take a moment of prayer right now.
Because I look so good. Just bask in it.
Anyway, as I was saying, we want to do a mother-son tag video and just kind of, chit-chat with him. And, this probably won't be the last video, but just kind of chit-chat and see what's, and prick his brain a little bit. See what's going on in his head, and maybe give him a little bit of freedom to kind of talk. So we want to see, how he vibing. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. What's your name?
My name on my birth certificate is Marcus Jarrell Destin Sellers.
You had to give all that info.
That's what you... See, that's what
How old are you?
I'm 20 years old and a half.
You like men or women?
Women.
You got a job?
Yes, I do have a job.
You attend church?
Occasionally, I do attend church. Yes.
All right. What makes you attracted to women?
My number one thing that would make me attracted to women is the attitude above all. It really changes my perspective of a female. If she has a bad attitude all the time, usually I tend not to be attracted, or I won't, draw or go near them as much as I would somebody with a better attitude who is smiling all the time and has a good heart. And you can always tell that in a woman.
Do you prefer a certain race in women?
No. I believe everybody should be loved for who they are, no matter the race, size, or shape.
So, what type, have you dated a white woman before? A Caucasian woman before?
I've talked to a Caucasian woman and we've gotten close, but we never got to the stage of dating because everybody's not as open-minded with my philosophy on race and relationships and interracial relationships as I am.
What about Asian women?
I've never talked to an Asian woman. She was half. She was maybe like half Asian, half black, half Asian.
Who that was?
That was a while ago.
What this was?
A while ago. But we never dated. We just talked. We never got anywhere.
Y'all found out something I didn't know.
I think she was more black than Asian.
Okay. What are some things, what's a deal breaker for you? If you're interested in a woman or dating a woman or in a relationship, what's a deal breaker? Like, what, she got 4 kids is a deal breaker, 5 kids is a deal breaker, 2 kids is a deal breaker, 1 kid is a deal breaker. What's a deal breaker for you?
For me,
is it like a case-by-case scenario?
I think it would be like a case-by-case scenario because I don't want to exclude any woman that I could possibly fall in love with because she has 4 kids. I guess for me, maybe I would say, I said attitude at first, then I would next say baggage, extra baggage if she can't let go of her past. And it's something, and it's not like something important that I need her to let go of, but like her exes, and if she comes into the relationship with a lot of baggage, then that could be a deal breaker for me. But kids, it's not really anything because, everybody, I love kids.
But what if them kids is bad though? Like I done been in a past relationship with a dude, and the kids was like bad, and I guess they were bad because he didn't have a handle on them. Not because probably the mama wasn't taking care of him, but they had no respect for him. So what if the kids was just like bad, like baby bad?
Well, then me personally, I wouldn't be able to be around because if they are already bad, it's hard to change kids once they reach a certain age out of what they are and their mindset that they're in, because they know that I wouldn't be their dad. So the disrespect would either continue or it would stop. So in my opinion, I would probably tell her, and if things don't change, then I would just have to leave. Sounds like giving up easy, but I know me.
Should a woman tell you right off the back she got kids, or should she wait to tell you she got kids?
For me, tell me off the bat. Now, a lot of people, their opinions change. Their opinions on you change as soon as you find out they got kids or not. So, but for me, tell me off back so I know what I'm stepping into. Yeah, because that's not something you just hold back. That's a whole living human being.
All right. Well, what advice would you give to a young man who may be your age or younger, actually, that is interested in dating? Say a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, a guy that's got standards and morals and stuff like that. What would you tell a young cat?
I would tell that young blood, stick to your morals and your values. That's the most important thing you got besides your name. If you know what you believe in that and stick with it. Don't let every win blow you off, blow you away from
Don't
your
let
goals.
every piece of coochie blow you off.
Basically.
Don't let the treats blow you off. I call them treats because your treats is valuable. Let me tell you about your treats. Your treats is valuable. Do you hear me? Your treats are valuable. So if you got a piece of valuable jewelry, you're not going to handle that jewelry any kind of way. You're going to make sure you take care of that jewelry. You're going to make sure it's polished, it's kept nice and neat, it's clean. So when you get ready to take that thing out, it'll shine. Well, your treats or your Coach or your vajayjay, it's like your treats. It's valuable. It's precious. It's like gold. So you don't want to dish it out to everybody. You don't want everybody to wear your treats. You don't want everybody to put your treats on, because then when you do find that special occasion that you need to wear the treats or to put on the treats, it won't be any good. The link it'll be broke. It'll be wore out. It won't. Some stones will be missing. Things won't be right. Your treats, you got to keep it right. You got to keep it clean. You got to keep it fresh. Have you ever smelled a funky woman before?
Yes, I have.
What was your thoughts on that?
I was a little upset because she was very beautiful, and she was very gorgeous, very pretty. Had a great smile, great personality, but her hygiene wasn't up to par with her physical appearance. So I was a little upset.
Was it a one-time deal? Or was it an all-the-time deal?
No, it was a all-the-time deal. It was pretty much all.
This somebody we know?
No, this ain't nobody we know. This is back in college. This is nobody we know.
Oh my goodness. Was she a frequent visitor of the dorms?
No. Let's move on.
All right. What advice would you give a girl who wants to date? Young adult girl wants to date.
Be yourself. Don't fall for these relationship goals on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter.
False advertising.
Yeah, because everything's not gonna be perfect and everything's not gonna, Be you. Be yourself. Be who your parents raised you to be, and if
that's good.
If it's a good thing. If not, just
morally right.
Love your values. Love yourself enough to know, hey, I trust me. I trust my decisions. I know what I like. Sometimes you're not gonna be 100% all the time. You got to take a couple fails before you find Mr. Right. So just be you. Be yourself. Enjoy the process. Enjoy dating. Never give 100% of yourself the first time.
That's
the first couple months.
It.
Yeah, the first couple months, a year even. Just ease yourself into it and just see if it's for you, if it fits.
What's the worst advice you've given somebody?
Fighting for somebody who didn't want to be fought for. Yeah, it's useless to put up a fight for somebody who just don't want to be there at all. So that was my worst advice, because I thought I could see them together, but in actuality, the other person never wanted the other person back. they didn't even want to be there in that situation. So that was the worst advice I gave somebody.
What is the best advice you've given somebody?
Best advice. I don't really know about best advice. I would say believing in yourself. I guess that would be the best advice I've given somebody. Because who knows you better than you? Oh, know your value and know your worth. It's even better. Believe in yourself, know your value, know your worth, because nobody knows you better than you. And you have a certain standard. Everybody should meet that standard that you set for yourself, and then go above and beyond that standard to make you happy.
Yeah, knowing your self-value is very important. And you know what I found out? That sometimes you don't begin to know what your self-worth and self-value is sometimes in people until they get into their 40s and 45 years old. And a lot of times that may come from the fact that their parents didn't instill that in them. Surprisingly, you'll find out people haven't instilled that value in their children because they were either so preoccupied with their own life, or they just didn't know how to be the better parent in giving positive feedback. And I know for me, in having just a transparent moment, I'm just getting to a place of learning my self-worth and my self-value. I went through so many changes with me as a person within especially the last 8 maybe years or so, especially in my circle of friends, where I had one group say, "Oh, I like you better with hair." I had another group say, "Oh, I like you better with natural hair, shortcut." And it was just a toss and turn between the two that I put myself through, and that it was kind of like mind games, if you ask me, that they also put you through, that if you don't start finding out what your self-worth is and who you are as a person, it'll drive you crazy. And really, the bottom line of it is, and at the end of the day, it's mind games. Because one day people will tell you, "Oh, I like you better with short hair. I like the short wigs." And then the next day you wear a long wig, and somebody say, "Oh, I like that same person. I like you better with long hair." So you got to know your self-worth and know, I like me regardless if I have this on, not whether I have this or not, that you're content, that you're not trying to size yourself up like what with the Joneses, but you're content with whatever your last name is. So that's what I found out at my age group, and try to instill in my children now, their self-worth, now to cut down on the depression and the oppression that this generation get more so than our generation get. So that's what I try to instill in my kids. And I'll probably be doing, we'll talk more about that later, especially if you have questions and stuff, and comments and stuff. And even if you have questions for him, let me know. List the questions down at the bottom, or email them to me, or whatever the case may be, and we can chit chat more about it. And let me know if you want to do more videos and stuff. It'll be great. We will experience it more. All right. So last question: what is, out of all the relationships you had, what was the best relationship that you had?
Best relationship that I had, I guess, was recently. Recently, because we could vibe. We were vibing together. It was a lot of toss and turns in it, and there was a lot of ups and downs, and it didn't end like I wanted it to, but we still were able.
Who ended it, you or her? It was mutual.
Mutual. More her than me. I wasn't ready to let go. Probably rare you hear a man say that, but I'll be honest, I wasn't ready to let go. So it was more her than me. But we were just able to vibe. We would joke on other people together, laugh at the same stuff, the same goofy stuff. We could pick up when we were down, when each other was down, even over the phone, over FaceTime or anything like that. So we were just able to vibe like that, and it was lasted. It's 2 years worth. So I think that was the best one, so far.
If there was something different you could have done, because my philosophy is, or my advice is, that your next relationship should always be better than the last relationship. That's what I always say. That was my words that I lived by when I was single, is that my next relationship is gonna be better than the last. So if dude didn't have a car in the last relationship, next dude has got to have a car in the next relationship. You understand what I'm saying? If dude had a lot of baggage that I couldn't really get with, the next dude, he wasn't gonna be able to come with that. And even if that meant I had to wait a little bit to get to that point, I just wasn't gonna lower my standards. Not after going through something in a previous relationship that it didn't work out. And that's where I took that time to identify what scent I was putting out as to why I kept getting the same type of guys. Like, what's the scent? Like, what is coming off of me that the same type of dudes are coming to me? And I had to take that space, reevaluate it, and say, wait a minute, I'm doing something wrong here because I keep getting the same guy. Let me change up. And once I did that, I end up getting the guy who God blessed me with, which is my husband. You know, he allows me to be me with, no holes, no strings and cuffs and controlling and stuff, but within boundaries, so.
Yeah, they said, heard a preacher say once, she said, women are always worried about attracting a dog, and they always seem to attract the same man. And then she said, well, you got to realize and question what type of kibble and bits you're putting out there if you keep attracting the same dog. So, I just, you just be careful, because if you're giving off a certain tone, that's what guys go off the first tone. That's what we go off of. So,
that's good to know. That's good to know. All right. Well, thanks for joining my channel, Live to Inspire You. Let me know how you enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe below. I appreciate it. Right there, below. And then this is Marcus.
Marcus.
Say bye, Marco.
Bye, Marco.
Have a good day, y'all. Bye.